Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys a free downloadable you can get from my website to print at home and make your own projects. And before we made this cute little animal, it was a rabbit kind of with a changing face. And I have a little doggy version right here for you guys to enjoy. There's four different colors. There's dark brown, gray, white, and then this lighter brown color, which I'll show you guys today. There's two different ear styles, ones that are standing up and then little floppy ears. And I realized with the bunny one actually that I should have had it so that you could do double-sided so that you don't see any of the white from behind. So I've gone ahead and made double that, and I'll show you guys how to make that when we put it together. It's just a regular hinged box and then you put a balloon inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the steps here if you haven't already made the bunny, for example. When you print everything out for one of these, there's 4 sheets of paper actually. There's 2 balloons because there's 4 different emotions. There's angry face and this little like sleepy face, and then there's the sad tear face here, and then just regular eyes. So you can choose and cut all of it out if you want. I'm just going to make up the one balloon here to show you guys. And then there's these 2 smaller squares which are used for making the hinged box. And then right next to one of these is also this ear collection, and like I said, there's a front and a back for both of these so that we can get everything without showing any extra white where we don't want it to be seen. So I'm going to put these things to the side first. We'll make the hinged box and just show you guys as a reminder how to do that. What you want to do is we're going to start with the color side facing down. I'm just going to go ahead and fold my paper in half. I'll do that both ways. Then go ahead and fold each of these points towards the center. And this is called a blintz base or a zabuton base. So you fold all 4 sides to the center. Then you want to go ahead and have it so that when you look on the other side, you want these to be on the bottom, not the side. That way when you fold over on this side here, you'll see each of them appear. So we fold over here, for example, and you can see the QR code. And then when I turn things around, you'll see the logo too. And you'll see the little face and a little bit of the tail there. Open these sides here, expand everything out. Take the front, this first flap, and fold it down to the bottom just so that when we fold things up, things don't shift on us. That way we can fold straight up, keep things even with these lines that you see here. Turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. Then we're going to just stand up these sides and fold in on those creases we've already got. Collapse all this down into a box. And I'm just then going to repeat these steps on the other one. And actually, if you want, at this point, you can choose where the tail is. You don't need to fold all that down. What you could do is just leave it up and fold that flap down. That's the back side of our box. And that way you don't get any extra creases there you don't want. So I'll just leave it like that for now. And then we just do the same steps with this other piece of paper so that we get 2 boxes, and then we'll put them together with the extra flaps that we have to create a hinged box. And then if you want, you can have your whole face hiding completely. You can have just a little bit of the eyes showing. There's lots of fun ways you can play around with this particular model. We'll get both of these folded over. See the sunglasses there? And again, just collapse things down here. So we've got the front part there at the sunglasses. This back part, again, just like with the tail, doesn't necessarily need to go all the way in. We can just leave it up like this. And I actually want this little crease here to be a valley crease so that it'll fold a little easier. So I hold on to this part here and then just slide it inside here underneath all these layers so that that point comes into the center of this other box. And we should have a nice kind of matching up of all the creases here. Get these two flaps to come in together there towards the center, and then just push it out and pinch it so that everything gets stuck together nicely there in the middle. And that should give you a nice little completed box. You've got the face and the glasses here, and then you've got the little tail in the back. So that's the basic outer part. And then what we can do is take the other piece of paper here, and we're going to make a balloon. I'll just show you guys the steps again here really quick. With that color side facing down, we'll fold both of these sides into a big triangle. Then with the color side facing up, fold in half both vertically, horizontally. This will help us get to the water bomb base. So I'll get all these creases completed first, these preliminary creases. Open it up, look at it diagonally here, pinch in half, and then just push inwards and shimmy it around until you get something like this. Now we want to actually be looking at the side that has a QR code and that has the logo. Keep the eyes on the sides instead. Take the bottom flap and fold straight up so that you can get a nice triangle edge there, and do the other side here too. And you can choose to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side first. There's a bunch of different ways you could do this depending on the kind of order you like to do the steps in. But I'm just going to do everything first with these flaps folded up. Then you've got the part with the flaps that are there at the top. I'm just going to turn things here 90 degrees a little so that then I could take this edge and fold it towards the center. And I want to imagine an imaginary line going straight over to that other point and try to create an edge here that's as parallel to the center as you can. And then just kind of match that with this side too. And then when you flip it over, this side's a little easier because you've got the other side to kind of use as a guide. So we'll get all four of these folded in. And then we're just going to tuck these little flaps that you see here into these pockets we've created. So I can kind of roll this in here until it gets really snug against this back edge, and then just smush everything down to give this little crease. And I can repeat those steps then on the remaining three pockets, this one here, and then the two on the back too, to finish off and secure the area for the balloon. So you get something like this. And then if you kind of open everything up here and you flip it over, and notice you have a hole at the bottom. We're going to blow air into that and poof it out a little bit here. And usually when you do it, it kind of looks a little weird. Pop it out a little until you can get it to get more of its shape. And what we want to do is just gently pinch along these edges of the bottom and the top so that we can create less of a balloon and more of a cube shape. And if you need any extra poofing out of sides, you can just blow a little extra air into there. We want to try to get that as straight as we can for everything. And you'll see now we've got a cute little angry face and this little sleepy face. I'm going to go ahead and use the angry face because I haven't used that one yet. So we'll put that in here and make a little angry doggy. And then you can have it so that you can just see the eyes popping out. You can have it so that if you pull up just a little bit, you can have all the eye visible. Lots of different ways you can play around with this. But that's our little puppy dog there. Now, I'll put him to the side and we're going to work on the ears. I've got the ears all here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use these floppy ears because I've done two of the pointy ears already. What you want to do is not cutting on the dotted line, just really loosely cutting it out here. I've got these two pairs. Now, one of them I'm just going to choose to leave like it is. Now, if you feel like you can see through your paper, you can just, try to line these up and glue them down. But sometimes it can be a little tricky depending on how much light you have and stuff. Now, I could see it here because of my lighting, and I could probably do that in not too much trouble. Oops, probably don't want to do it upside down. Make sure they're the same. But, if you feel like you've got the right lighting and stuff and you think you could trust it, you can line up the dotted lines and then cut it out. But one thing you could do too, if you don't feel like you've got that going for you, is you can cut one of them out right on the dotted line first. And then I could take a little bit of glue, and on the one that still has extra on it, see there's still a little extra around, I'm just going to put glue, and I'm going to even let the glue go beyond where that dotted line is a little bit. And then I can attach this, and you can kind of see where the edge is this way. Just try to get one corner right, and then you should be able to easily kind of smooth it out. And once you've got that in there, it usually helps before trying to use scissors to let it dry a little, because sometimes if you try cutting things you've glued together right away, it gets kind of mushy and the blade doesn't cut right. I'm going to go ahead and try right now anyway, keeping my fingers crossed that this doesn't happen, but it does sometimes do that. So if you can, it's better to kind of maybe even do the ears first and then leave them to dry before you cut them out. While you're making the boxes and the balloon, you can let your ears dry. But I'm just cutting around, and this can be a little tricky, but you just want to cut around the outer edge. And then there's this little tiny bit of tab here that we are going to use to glue onto the base of everything here. And you want to hold on to the side that doesn't have the glue still so that you don't get your fingers all sticky. Those are our two sets of ears there. And then I'm just going to go ahead, and you can tell that's the inside there. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this down. And that white is okay if that doesn't, if that's white, because we're going to have that glued to the edge. So get that part here. And then we can go ahead and glue this on. And I'm just going to use a piece of scrap paper so that I can get this glue right on the edge here. And I would say it helps to take the balloon out for a second, use this crisscross at the top as a guide, and I generally put my ear right in an imaginary line at the center, almost even with the edge of the box. And you can play around with this. You could put it a little lower, you could put it at a different angle, lots of different things you could do depending on the kind of ear you want to have. But that's kind of what I got there for that one. And then we'll get this other one on here too. Just try to spot it, try to keep it centered there if you can. And that gives us our ears. And I didn't strive to make or copy the image of any particular breed. These are just some random kind of fun kind of creations. So I hope you can find something that kind of matches any furry friend you guys might have. But nice thing about the white one too is you can color your own spots on him if you want to. But that gives you kind of these completed little doggies. Oh, he's so cute. It's so kind of stupid, I know. But these are all of our little puppies here. And yeah, I'll try to have some more, I'll be doing some more animals in this series sometime. And I'll also have some more fun projects to share with you guys in the days to come. Again, these are free on my website. I'll have a link running throughout the video as well as in the description, so go there to check it out. And thanks again always so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!